I'm not even sure why I'm here, I muttered, my voice raw from hours of silence. Dr. Lila Rowe tilted her head slightly. Why do you think you came? I laughed, short and hollow. Because everyone said I should. My best friend, my boss. Even my barista gave me a look last week like I was a kicked puppy. Do you feel like one? She asked gently. I feel like something stepped out of my own skin and left me behind. So yeah, maybe, she nodded, scribbling something down. Her office smelled faintly like vanilla and cedar to calm for the storm in my head. You mentioned your breakup and your father's death. My ex left me 2 weeks after Dad died. Said I was emotionally unavailable. I made air quotes, as if grief comes with a user manual. That sounds painful. It was strategic, I snapped. She waited until I was at my lowest, said she couldn't handle me shutting down. Did you shut down? I think I exploded inward, I said, voice quieter. There's this noise in my head now, constant. Like static or a warning signal, Doctor. Rose's gaze didn't waver. And your hands? I looked down, still trembling even now. I shoved them between my knees. Been like this since the funeral? Panic attacks? Grief? Guilt? Rage? I don't know. Pick one. Her pen paused. Tell me about your father. I hesitated. He was bigger than life? The kind of guy who laughed aloud at his own jokes. He'd leave notes in my lunchbox even when I was 20. And then? He got sick. How did you cope? Badly. I drank too much, stayed out too late, pretended nothing was happening. I thought if I didn't say it out loud, he'd be fine. And when he passed, I shuddered, quietly. But completely. I rubbed my temples. Zane, my best friend, he tried to help. He was there. But he doesn't get it. Did you let him try? No. I pushed him away, too. Dr. Rowe nodded like she already knew the answer. That's what you do, isn't it? She said softly. When people get too close. I stared. Are you reading a script or something? Her smile was warm. Unsettling, just listening. Well, stop being so damn accurate, it's unnerving. Why does it make you uncomfortable? Because I don't like being figured out. Why not? I shifted in my seat. Because then I can't pretend anymore. The room felt quiet. I glanced at her. She was watching me, not like a therapist. Like someone who already knew. You've done this a long time? Huh? I asked. 15 years. She said. But people aren't puzzles, they just need to be heard. You're too calm. I murmured. Would you rather I be rattled? No. It's just. You're too calm, like really perfect. Her lips twitched. You're not the first to say that. That's not comforting. She laughed softly. Let's focus on what brought you here, Eli. What do you want? I want to stop feeling like I'm breaking every 5 minutes. And what are you afraid will happen if you do? I'll forget him. Silence again. Dr. Rowe's voice lower. You won't? You don't know that. I do. I narrowed my eyes. How? Because I see it in you. Every time you speak his name, your entire posture shifts. That kind of grief, it roots itself deep. But it doesn't mean you have to suffer forever. You sound like you've experienced it. She held my gaze. We're not here to talk about me, right? Of course. Her smile faded just slightly. We are here to help you feel whole again. I looked away. That's a tall order. We have time. Her voice was smooth, but something in her tone felt off to precise. Like it had been rehearsed. I'm not saying I believe you, I said slowly. But I'll come back next week. I look forward to it. As I stood, her eyes lingered. Just a second too long. And something inside me stirred. Not comfort. Not yet. Something else. Something closer to warning. I didn't send those, Zane said flatly. Why would I text you anonymous love notes? I don't know. Maybe as a joke. Or because you miss me. He exhaled sharply. Eli? I'm not playing games. You okay? I'm fine. You don't sound fine. I didn't call for a wellness check. Zane? Silence. Sorry. I added. I keep getting these texts. Random numbers. Stuff like, you're stronger than you think. Or I saw how you smiled today. It's weird. That's not me, okay? I rubbed my eyes. Maybe Mara. Doubt it. Last I heard, she moved in with some yoga guy named Ben. Wears crystals. Calls himself aligned. She always had a thing for guys who don't blink. You should block the number. I did. A new one popped up yesterday. Creepy, yeah. Zane hesitated. You want me to come over? No. Thanks, though? You sure? Yeah. I hung up and stared at the newest message. Trust doesn't have to hurt. The screen blurred. I set the phone down and tried to breathe. You seem tense. Dr. Lila said. Her eyes warm as always. More than usual. Is there a less than usual? She smiled. Touche. But something's bothering you. I'm being stalked by an anonymous life coach. Her brows lifted. Go on. Texts encouraging. Personal. Creepy. Who do you think it is? Thought it was Zane. Then Mara. Neither of them, apparently. Could be a spam bot. They use my name. Her pen hovered. Do you feel watched? Yeah. Constantly? I checked the closet last night, twice. And how does that make you feel? Like I'm unraveling? She set her notebook down. You're not unraveling, Eli, you're processing. Sometimes the mind plays tricks when it's trying to cope. That's a really polished answer. I've had practice, still feels real. Then it is, your perception is valid. I studied her. You ever get the sense someone's under your skin? I asked. In what way? Like they see you before you see yourself. She held my gaze. Do I make you feel that way? Sometimes. A pause, a hum between us. Then she said, maybe that's trust forming. I laughed, short and unsure. Feels more like exposure therapy. You're safe here. I looked down at my hands. They've stopped shaking, mostly. That's progress. Is it? She reached out. Light touch, fingertips grazing mine, just for a moment. Don't minimize your healing, my skin burned where her hand had been. I pulled away slowly. Not fast enough to seem rude, that felt new, I said. I touch people sometimes, she said calmly, when words aren't enough. I didn't say it was bad. But it caught you off guard, yeah. She crossed her legs, professional again. Do you want to stop coming? No. I paused. But I'm not sure what this is anymore. This is therapy, is it? Her voice softened. Do you want it to be something else? I blinked. That's not what. No. I just Jesus, she waited. I'm losing it. I muttered, you're not. You're starting to feel again. It's uncomfortable. I know. Uncomfortable was an understatement. Later, at home, another message lit my phone. She understands you. Let her in. I dropped the phone on the counter like it bit me. I hit record and sent Mara a voice message. Hey, just checking, are you messing with me? Weird texts, stuff about healing and trust. Sounds like something you'd say. An hour later. She replied, Eli. I swear it's not me. And for what it's worth, maybe someone is trying to help. Doesn't mean it's a threat. Not helpful. Another. Buzz. She's the only one who sees you clearly. I turned the phone off. I want to talk about boundaries. I said at the next session. Dr. Lila raised a brow. Okay, last time you touched my hand. Yes, that's not typical. No, she admitted. But it felt right in the moment. Did it? Did it bother you? I don't know. Do you want me to stop? I don't know that either. Her voice dropped. Then what are you afraid of? I didn't answer. She leaned in slightly. You can trust me, Eli. I barely trust myself right now. Which is why you're here. I ran a hand through my hair. Something's off with me, with all of it. She waited. I'm getting messages again. What do they say? Things you'd say. Or close. I haven't contacted you outside this room. Okay, do you believe me? I want to. That's enough for now. But, was it? Her gaze lingered again, and I felt it. The line between help and something else blurred. I'm early? I asked, knocking on the frame of the open office door. Mrs. Winters, Lila's receptionist/retired school teacher, looked out from her crossword. She's running late. Said you could wait inside. Thanks, she'll be just a minute, dear. I stepped in, half hoping she'd come down the hall and wave me back out. No such luck. I hovered by the bookshelves. The room felt still. Still in a way that didn't feel peaceful. Her desk drawer was open, not all the way. Just enough. I don't know why I moved toward it. I crouched, hand hovering. My breath tightened. Inside, photos, my face, my smile, my frown, printed screenshots of my social media captions, comments, timestamps, a shot of me on the train, one outside my building, and one got of me sleeping, barely lit from an angle I didn't recognize. My stomach flipped. I backed away, fast. The drawer clicked. Eli? Lila's voice said behind me, calm as water. You're early. I spun around. Yeah, sorry. Door was open. Mrs. Winter said it was okay. She smiled. Of course. She crossed the room, her heels soft on the carpet. Her body moved between me and the drawer without looking. I didn't breathe. Rough morning? She asked. Didn't sleep well. Nightmares, sort of. Want to talk about them? No. She tilted her head. You look pale. I'm fine. She motioned toward the couch. Come sit. I sat. My skin felt too tight. You seem unsettled, she said. I stared at her hands. Do you ever feel like someone's watching you? Her eyes flicked to mine. You said something like that last week. It hasn't stopped. And last night? My bedroom window was open this morning. Do you usually sleep with it closed? Yes. Could have been the wind. It was locked. Could have been you in your sleep. I've never sleepwalked. She leaned forward, hands folded. You're under a lot of stress, Eli. Grief, isolation, anxiety. The mind can create patterns. You think I imagined an unlocked window. I think your fear is real, and I want to help you hold it. I said nothing. She nodded slowly. You don't trust me right now. Would you? She blinked, just once. What are you afraid I'll do? Why do you have photos of me? Silence. She didn't react, not visibly, just met my stare. Excuse me, she asked. I nothing. She didn't flinch. I swallowed hard. Forget it. I can't help if you're not honest with me. You ever been so afraid of an Answer you stop asking the question. Yes, then maybe you understand. She reached out. I flinched before she could touch me. Her hand paused midair. Okay, she whispered. Pulling it back, that's okay. We sat in quiet for a long moment. Outside, Mrs. Winters waved as I stepped into the sun. You look like you've seen a ghost, she said, just tired. You need some tea? Or whiskey? Maybe both, she chuckled. Dr. Lila does good work, you stick with her. I nodded, but my feet were already moving. That night, I kept checking the locks, every window, every door. I triple-checked my bedroom window. Shut tight. Latch. Still. I couldn't sleep. I kept picturing that photo. My face relaxed, my mouth slightly open, the soft angle of the light like a dream. But it wasn't a dream. I must have dozed off around 3 a.m. For 42. I woke up freezing. The window was open. Wide. I bolted upright. My chest seized. No, I whispered. I ran to it. Nothing outside, no footsteps, no shadow, just the chill and the quiet. I shut it hard, locked it again, and sat on the floor, heart punching my ribs. My phone buzzed. One new message. We're getting closer. Zane. Wait, don't hang up, he sighed. Eli. I'm not avoiding you. You haven't answered a text in 3 days. I've been busy. That's a lie. A pause. I don't know what you want me to say. I want the truth. I'm worried about you, man. You're seeing things, saying weird stuff. So talk to me, don't vanish. I didn't vanish. I stepped back. That's the same thing. He was quiet for a moment. Then, what's really going on? You ever feel like someone's building a version of you that isn't yours? What does that even mean? It means I found photos of me in Lila's drawer. Jesus. I didn't imagine them. I didn't say you did. But you don't believe me. I think you need space. I don't need space, I need help. Then call someone who can actually help you. Click. You didn't tell me you knew her, I said, pressing my phone to my ear as I paced. Mara's voice crackled. What are you talking about, Doctor? Lila Rowe. You said she came highly recommended. She did. But from you, there was a pause. I didn't think it mattered. How could it not matter? She helped me after my brother died. I thought she could help you. So you just handed her my name? She asked how you were doing. I thought maybe. I don't know. She cared. She said she understood your type of grief. Did she tell you she'd been following me? What? Never mind, Eli. Wait. I hung up. My hands were shaking again. She recommended you, I said, sitting stiffly in the chair. Lila smiled. Yes, Mara spoke fondly of you, and you didn't think to tell me. She tilted her head. Would it have changed anything? Yes, I didn't want to influence your progress. You knew about me before we ever met. She nodded slowly. Some connections are destined. The hair on my neck stood up. What does that mean? Exactly what it sounds like. I'm not comfortable with that. You're uncomfortable with being seen. I'm uncomfortable with being manipulated. Her smile didn't falter. We only fear what we don't understand. I'm done. I stood. You're making a mistake. I'll live. 3 days, no sessions, no texts, no calls. Then the letter came. Cream paper, blue ink, my name in delicate script. Eli, you are not lost. You are becoming. The parts of you that ache are only waking up. Ella, I tore it in half. Another arrived the next day. And the next. I dialed. My thumb hovered, then pressed. Detective Salazar, a voice answered. I think I'm being watched. Name, Eli Brandt. What makes you say that? Photos, messages. A therapist who doesn't act like a therapist. Is there an immediate threat? I don't know. You have evidence. Sort of. Bring it in. We'll talk. That night, another letter slipped under my door. Distance doesn't break bonds. It reveals them. I left it unopened. But I didn't sleep. She keeps sending letters, I said. Detective Salazar scratched his head. Letters aren't illegal. There are photos of me sleeping. Do you have them? I tore them up. He sighed. Look. Eli, she broke into my apartment. You didn't see her do it. I know it was her. You don't have a witness, no fingerprints, no surveillance. She's my therapist, was my therapist. That's not a crime either. She's stalking me. Then file a restraining order. That takes weeks, I know. By then, you're not the first person to feel watched. Sometimes it's just that, a feeling. It's not a feeling, it's her. Salazar looked me in the eyes. Get some rest. I laughed sharp, humorless. Sure, great advice. I walked out into the sunlight like it should have meant something. Across the street, a woman stepped out of Lila's office. I caught her name from the receptionist test. I hesitated, then called out. Hey, sorry, were you just with Dr. Rowe? She turned, surprised. Yeah. Why? You like her, she's intense. But, yeah, she gets me. I forced a smile. She gets everyone. You okay? No. She blinked. Sorry, nothing. Just if she ever makes you feel unsafe. Trust that. Tess tilted her head. Why would you say that? I didn't answer. Just walked away. The call from Zane came around 6. I should have told you, he said, voice low. Then why didn't you? I didn't know she'd take it this far. You gave her everything, didn't you? I was scared, Eli. You were spiraling. I thought she could help. So you fed her my life like I was a problem to solve. I didn't mean to. You told her about the night I called from the bridge. Yes. You told her about Dad's last voicemail. Yes, I couldn't breathe. I trusted you, I whispered. I thought I was helping. You handed her the playbook. You made me a project. I didn't know she was like that. She knew everything I'd say before I said it. I'm sorry. No. You're not. You're relieved. That's not fair. Nothing about. This is fair. He didn't speak. I hung up. I sank to the floor. My chest cracked open. I cried for a long time. At some point, I must have passed out. A sharp noise jolted me awake. Paper scraping across wood. I blinked, hard slamming. My front door was closed. But on the floor something white. Another envelope. My name in that familiar, looping ink. I opened it with trembling hands. A photo slid out. Me. Sleeping. From across the room. The angle was different this time. Closer. My face looked peaceful. Peaceful. The note beneath it was scrawled in red. I'm always here. I dropped it, stepped back. My skin itched like it didn't belong to me. She had been in here. Again, I backed into the wall, knees buckling, and then I screamed. Eli. I turned fast, fists tight, ready for anything. It's me, she said. Tess. She looked shaken. Eyes wide like she'd run here. You okay? I asked. No, she said, stepping closer. You were right. What happened? She's not who she says she is. Lila. She got inside my head. Made me think I was the problem. Made me believe things I knew weren't true. I stared. She did the same to me. I haven't spoken to my mom in 6 months because of her. I thought it was my decision. She isolates you. She rewires you. I nodded slowly. We need proof. That's why I'm here. We sat at a bench outside the university library, her laptop between us. She worked at Langdon Mental Health before this, Tess said. Found it in an old bio. Langdon, I repeated. That's where my cousin was treated, yeah. She paused. I also found this, a photo. Lila with another man in a white coat. Caption, Dr. Lila Rowe and Dr. James Riker. 2017. You think he'd talk? I already messaged him. What did you say? That were former clients. Concerned, I exhaled. That's one word for it. Dr. Riker's voice crackled through the speaker. You're lucky. I answered. Tess and I exchanged glances. We're sorry to bother you, she said. You're not the first. That stopped me. What? I get calls every few months. People she's treated. So it's a pattern. Tess asked. She doesn't treat people, she breaks them. Subtly, strategically. Why? Didn't anyone stop her? We tried. But she's persuasive, charismatic, connected. She worked with you, I asked, for 6 years until she crossed a line. What kind of line? There was a patient. Young man, mid-20s, depressed, isolated. Sound familiar? My skin crawled. She started crossing boundaries, invading his personal life, following him. What happened to him? Tess whispered. He checked into a psychiatric facility. Alone, no family left. She destroyed him. She does that, Riker said, quietly. Why haven't you gone public? She had the board wrapped around her finger. By the time they fired her, the files were sealed. NDA? Hush clause, the works, and now? I asked. I retired. But if you're digging, be careful. She's good at staying close. I don't want her close, I muttered. She already is, he said. She always is. We left the call in silence. Tess broke it. How do you fight someone like that? With the truth. She'll twist it, then we find someone who won't look away. Tess looked at me. You believe me, right? I do. She smiled, tired. That's new. What do we do first? We tell everyone who'll listen, and if they don't, then we make them? I didn't feel afraid anymore. I felt furious. You sure about this? Detective Salazar's voice crackled through my earpiece. No, I whispered. But it's the only way. Mix live. We're listening. Don't push her. Just be ready. Her office door creaked open. Same couch. Same smell. Lavender and lies. You came back, she breathed. I nodded. I shouldn't have left. Her eyes shimmered. I was so afraid I'd lost you. I needed time. Of course. Healing takes time. I sat. I thought about everything, and I forgive you. She blinked. Tears welled. You mean that? I do. Oh? Eli. She reached across the space between us. Her hand hovering. Can I? I gave a small nod. Her fingers wrapped around mine, trembling. I've missed you, she whispered. Why me? Lila. She smiled faintly. Because I saw the brokenness in you, the beauty. That's not love. It is my kind of love? You broke into my apartment. She looked away. I had to. You watched me sleep. Her eyes found mine. You look so peaceful. So far from the chaos, you manipulated Zane, Mara. They didn't deserve your trust. You turned them against me. I protected you. No. I said, you controlled me. I saved you. She stood suddenly, voice cracking. You were drowning when I met you. I gave you air. You gave me chains. You don't understand, then explain. I never meant to hurt you. I needed to be close. You crossed every line. I had no choice. There's always a choice. She sank to her knees in front of me. I love you, she whispered. You don't know me. I do. I know every inch of you, every fear, every dream, every breath in the dark. You broke the law. I broke the rules for you, Lila. I was chosen for you. No one chooses someone like that. Some connections are destined. You told Mara that. She never appreciated what we had. None of them did. They weren't yours to keep. She smiled again. It was wrong. All wrong. They never screamed for me like you did. My stomach turned, but you came back to say goodbye. Her face froze. You're lying. No. You still love me. I never did. Her eyes narrowed. You're wearing a wire, aren't you? I didn't answer. I knew it. Her voice dropped. Feral. You brought them here. I brought the truth. She lunged toward me. Doors burst open. Salazar's team flooded in. Hands where I can see them. Lila shrieked. He tricked me. You don't understand. He needs me on the ground. He's mine. She thrashed, screaming, until they cuffed her. Blood roared in my ears. Salazar stepped forward. You okay? I nodded. She confessed to everything. We got it. I stared at the empty space where she'd knelt. Yeah, I said. You got her outside. The sky was gray. I felt hollow. Salazar leaned beside me. You did good. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. He half smiled. That's normal. I thought I'd feel free. You will. Eventually. She got in my head. Then kick her out. She'll be in there for a while. Yeah. He said. But not forever. Eli, wait. I didn't stop. Please, Zane called. Just let me explain. I turned. You sold me to her. I thought she could help. You told her everything. I didn't know what she'd do with it. You never asked. I was scared, okay? You were spiraling, and you thought betraying me would fix it. I made a mistake. No. You made a choice. He stepped back. So that's it? Yeah, I said. That's it. My phone buzzed. Mara. I debated, then answered. Hi, she said softly. What do you want? I didn't know. Not really. You knew enough. She said she just wanted to help you, and you? Didn't think it was strange when she asked you not to tell me? She made it sound harmless. It wasn't. I didn't think she'd. God, Eli? I'm sorry. I don't believe you. She went quiet. I'm done being lied to. Click. Want to grab a coffee? Tess asked. I smiled. Always, she nodded. How are you? I'm functioning. That's something. I still wake up at 3 a.m. Me too. Sometimes I check the logs 3 times. I keep my keys in my hand when I sleep. We laughed. It wasn't funny. I'm glad I found you, she said. Me too. Dr. Riker's email came late. Subject, just checking in message. If you ever need to talk, no sessions. No records, just to people who know what it's like. I'm here. I stared at the screen for a long time, then typed back. Thank you. I might take you up on that. And I meant it. A knock at the door. Mrs. Winters? She smiled. Brought cookies. You looked pale last time I saw you. I always look pale. She pushed the tin into my hands. Take them anyway. I sniffed. Chocolate chip, best kind. I agree. She narrowed her eyes. You? Sleeping. Trying. Keep trying. That night, I placed a bat beside my bed. Not because I thought she'd come back, but because I finally believed I could protect myself. And then I slept. Not forever, but long enough. The envelope was cream-colored. No return address. My name written in looping cursive. I knew the handwriting. Tess glanced over. Is that from her? Yeah. You gonna read it? I shouldn't. But you want to? No. I need to. I slid my finger under the flap. 1 page, thick paper. Her perfume clung to a lavender. Again, Eli, if you're reading this, then you know everything. Or at least, you think you do. I sat on the edge of my couch. What we had was real. You felt it. I saw it in your eyes. No matter what they say, I know your heart. She still thinks this is love. I muttered. Tess stayed silent. I would have waited forever for you to understand. I still would. You were the first person who saw me, and I saw you. I crumpled the edge, but kept reading. Don't let them tell you who you are. You're mine, Eli. You always were. You always will be. I folded the letter in half. Then again and again. She doesn't get to end this. What are you going to do? Tess asked. I walked to the sink, struck a match, and touched it to the corner of the page. It caught quickly. Flames curled around her words, eating them. I watched until it was ash. You okay? I thought I'd cry. But I didn't. Tess smiled. She doesn't get your tears. No, I said. She do. Scent. You look tired, Tess said, nudging my coffee toward me. I feel Not dead, that's progress. I'll take it. She paused. You really stopped seeing reflections of her, not in windows. Not in dreams, that's huge. I still checked the locks twice. Habit or fear, both. Later, I stood in the bathroom. Just stood there. The mirror didn't lie. Hi, I whispered. No tremble in my voice. I touched the edge of the sink. You're still here. No shadows behind me. No whispers, just me. You're not what she said you were. I tilted my head. You're not broken. I took a breath. You survived. My phone buzzed on the counter. Dr. Hart, same time. Next Tuesday. I typed, wouldn't miss it. Not her. Someone new. Someone safe outside. Sunlight spilled through the window. I looked at my reflection one last time and smiled. Not big. Just enough. It was mine.